Hey everyone, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX Indie Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be giving you guys a full recap of the 2023 Critics' Choice Awards. I really enjoy it. I do. I love watching this one just because you have the critics and the filmmakers coming together, and I think it's a really important show moving forward. It's been around for almost 3 decades now. It's like a baby award show, but it is moving. And I feel like this is, Hollywood's party night. It's not the Golden Globes anymore. That really changed. And I think that I enjoyed watching the Critics' Choice Awards more so than the Golden Globes this year, especially because you have a host who knows what hosting is and knows how to set up and present and keep the show going. I understand if you want to do awkward little jabs with your stand-up, but it has to flow. It has to flow. I'm not taking shots at Jerrod Carmichael. I think that there are things that needed to be said during that telecast 100%. I don't think that it was executed properly. Here, Chelsea Handler did take all the jabs that a host would need, had everything flow, introduced everyone, poked fun at the actors best to her ability, but I do think that she was a great host for the CCA. She kept it going, kept the vibes up, made a lot of jokes that were actually really funny, especially being like a woman hosting as well. I think that it was, there were certain things that she said about Sarah Polley and certain things that she said about, Gina Prince Bythewood, and having all of these like women nominated at the CCAs was really important. So I think that she shed some light on that. The one criticism I have for the CCAs is that all the below the line, all the technical categories were set off screen before commercial break, rapid fire, 5 categories. They kind of had to cut down for time. And that's the thing. It's like, if it's a time constraint, I understand, but I really hope that they can change that in the future, just because we advocate for the Oscars to kind of present all 24, 25 categories, and then the CCAs don't do it. So I think that was just a bit troubling for me, because it was a lot of below the line categories, a lot of technical categories. They started pairing the supporting actors together, but gave the actors the time to shine, which I disagreed with. Even though it was fun to have both supporting actors on stage together, I do think it took away from certain people winning. It was an odd choice to kind of do rapid fire. So without further ado, I'm going to do rapid fire for you guys for the winners of the 2023 Critics' Choice Awards. I'm only doing film just because that is what I follow majority of the time. I'm trying to watch more television series. So yeah, we're just going to get into the winners here. I have a lot of questions. I do. So here I'm using, again, Next Best Picture. Shout out to Matt Neglia on Twitter. You can go to nextbestpicture.com. He's constantly updating. Him and his team are great, so just check that out. Now I'm going to start with Best Score. So Best Score went to Hildur Guðnadóttir for Tar. What? I love her for women talking. But what? What? Apart from that, you nominated Michael Giacchino for The Batman, and then you nominated Justin Hurwitz for Babylon, and you said the score for Tar was better than those two. Confusion. Literally confusion. I don't get that. Then we have Best Song that went to Naatu Naatu for RRR, rightfully so. I'm very happy for that win. I really am. Okay. Then RRR won Best Foreign Language Film, which is amazing and deserves all of these accolades. So I'm happy that we did that. My predictions were quite similar. Okay. I did not expect Guðnadóttir to win for Tar whatsoever. So that was left field. But these I got right for mine. For my predictions. Obviously, Best Animated Feature went to Papa GDT for Pinocchio. Again, he can go up on that stage every single award show, and I will be very happy to listen to him talk about animation, because it's so perfect, and I just love hearing him speak. He loves movies so much, and it's just so powerful when he gets up there. Next, we have Best Comedy went to Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. That's fine. I think that's fine. Again, you follow everyone online, and they talk a lot about predictions. They talk a lot about who they're personally, considering to win. And then you have something like Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery win for Best Comedy when the Banshees is there. So that the only thing is that, yeah, sure, Best Comedy, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, I understand, but it was just weird to see this win. I don't know why. I just felt weird about it. Best Visual Effects obviously went to Avatar: The Way of Water. I have no qualms. It makes complete sense. We know that that's going to win. Next, we have Best Hair and Makeup went to Elvis. I chose that as well. I predicted that. I do think that Elvis should win that hands down. I'm surprised that The Whale didn't win considering what happens later. So next we have Best Costume Design went to Ruthie Carter. Yeah, I think that she's absolutely brilliant and she should win. But I do think that in this case, like, Elvis had great costumes, Babylon had great costumes, and I'm not knocking Ruthie Carter's extremely talented. I just think that that was a surprise for me as well. Editing obviously went to Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that this is the one technical category that it should win. It's really, really strong, and Paul Rogers did a great job. Next, we have Best Production Design. Thank God it went to Babylon. 100% should have gone to Babylon, so I'm happy about that. This one I didn't expect. Best Cinematography went to Claudio Miranda for Top Gun Maverick. I took him in my prediction, don't get me wrong, but they did the thing. Like, they actually did it. So I'm kind of happy about that because Top Gun deserves at least something. So we got that for Top Gun. Best Adapted Screenplay. Thank Lord. Thank the Lord for the critics, because Sarah Polley won for Women Talking. God bless. Rightfully so, rightfully deserved. Next, we have Best Original Screenplay went to the Daniels. That is not surprising that it went to the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, not surprising whatsoever. So they won. Then we have Best Director, which also went to the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I knew that Everything Everywhere All at Once was going to do a lot for the critics, and it makes complete sense for them to win with the critics' choice. It is absolutely ludicrous that Steven Spielberg and The Fabelmans only got one award, and that was for Gabrielle LaBelle for Best Young Actor, Young Actress. Okay, next we have Best Acting Ensemble, which pissed me off, and I'm going to tell you why it pissed me off. Everyone that I know who was a part of the association has been saying that Women Talking has the best acting ensemble. They're so strong. They should be winning more. It should, like, Women Talking should be in the Best Picture conversation. Constantly saying, I need Claire Foy, I need Jessie Buckley, I need Rooney Mara to get nominated, and blah, blah, blah. All of this. They said all of this. That the only acting ensemble that makes sense to win because it was cohesive and they all worked together so beautifully was Women Talking. And Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery wins for acting ensemble. I'm sorry, what were you talking about for the past 4 months? Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery wins for acting ensemble? Are you kidding me? Really? And then, I love Glass Onion. Do not get me wrong. The screen time and the writing for that entire cast was uneven. There are 3 actors in that movie that actually go back and forth and speak with each other. But my peeve is that they talked up a storm for Women Talking, and it did not win for Best Acting Ensemble. That's my only gripe here. That didn't make any sense, and I was very surprised that it did not win, or they didn't give it the push that it needed. I was very surprised with that. Next, we have Best Young Actor or Actress. Went to Gabrielle LaBelle for The Fabelmans. This is the only award that The Fabelmans won. The only one. I want Gabrielle LaBelle to have more work. I think he's a great young actor. He held that movie. He did a wonderful job, and I need him to be in more things, but this is the only award The Fabelmans wins. I'm not hating Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but I really do think that the Oscars are going to look extremely different than the CCAs. I do not think it's going to go the way that people are thinking it's going to go. That's all I'm saying. I'm just very surprised that The Fabelmans didn't get anything. Next, we have Best Supporting Actress. Obviously, it went to Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I love her. This is a win. She's going all the way. That's it. This is a lock. I can't really say anything more because it's a lock. And Ke Huy Quan, of course, won for Best Supporting Actor. Again, it's a lock. The split votes here didn't really help anyone else, but I do think that he's going to go all the way as well, so that's locked. Best Actress. What happened? Did I not say that if you were going to put the best drama and the best comedic performances in the same grouping, what were we gonna get? I did not expect Cate Blanchett to win this. I don't think that Tar is one of Blanchett's best performances. I thought she was fine. She always gives 110%. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She's fantastic in everything she does. I don't think that she should win an Oscar for Lydia Tar. I'm very surprised at this because, again, you're advocating for certain actors and actresses all year round. And then when you go to vote, this is the outcome. Best Actor went to Brendan Fraser for The Whale. I'm not disappointed. He moved me with his speech. I was very, very emotional with his speech. I'm very happy for him. Do not get me wrong. I'm so happy for him. But this year's really tough for Best Actor because I loved Austin Butler and Elvis. I love Colin Farrell and the Banshees of Inisherin. And Brendan Fraser gave an incredibly emotional performance in The Whale. Okay? Those three being mashed together in one category, this was going to be the outcome. This is the traction that Fraser needed, because next is the SAGs. I guarantee he's going to win at the SAGs. I guarantee. And for Best Picture, Everything Everywhere All at Once won. So do you see where my disconnect is for Best Actress? Then you have Best Supporting Actor, and then you don't give it to Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Do you see where my issue is here? That's what I don't understand. I knew this was going to win heavily at the CCAs, and I love that for them. Don't get me wrong. They deserve the recognition. I still think that The Fabelmans is going to come out of nowhere. That's where my thing is. If Everything Everywhere All at Once is going all the way, kudos to them. I can appreciate what was done with it. It's very ambitious. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after this. That's the full recap of the show. I know that Seth Rogen made some jokes about it being on the CW, and not one CW show was nominated for the critics, and I just found that absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. But yeah, I think the show really ran smoothly, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think Chelsea Handler was a great host. I really liked her. We still have a long way to go. But please let me know how you feel about these winners, how we are moving forward after the CCAs. Who do you think is going to have the slight edge moving into the SAGs, and then obviously to the Academy Award nominations, which I believe will be on the 24th of January. I'm planning on doing a live stream for those, for those nominations. If you enjoyed this recap, please like and subscribe. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments. You can always follow me over at AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Will be covering it the entire time. I have some fun things dropping for you guys on the channel, so keep it locked. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.